motivational and inspirational moment.
You know that the ice cream scoop has the power to make a child smile, and that by slowing us down, the traffic light can keep us going. You know that the golf tee brings friends together, that the mailbox keeps them connected. You know that the cataract laser helps you look to the future, while the pacemaker ensures that there's a future to be seen. You know that the lawnmower, the clothes dryer, and the elevator make life easier, that the blood bank makes life possible. You know that these things we count on every day started as ideas. But did you know all these ideas came from the minds of African Americans? Support minority education today so we don't miss out on the next big idea tomorrow. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Please visit uncf.org or call 1-800-332-UNCF. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Join us on Saturday, December 21st, when Jammin's Radio and Vibrant Entertainment invite you to the 6th Annual Irie Christmas Celebration. With music by DJ Faze, DJ Rawborn, and DJ Iceman. This is a special treat. There'll be prizes and surprises, and a chance for you, your friends, or your loved one. Win up to $500 when you come and celebrate an Irie Christmas with Jammin's Radio. Wear something red or green. It's the 6th Annual Irie Christmas Celebration. Saturday, December 21st at 269 West Wine Lounge, 269 West Road, Ocoee. Party with us from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. with music by DJ Faze, DJ Rawborn, and DJ Iceman. Admission is $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Early bird tickets available online now. IrieChristmas2019.eventbrite.com. For info and contact, call 917-854-2551. This one you don't want to miss. Saturday, December 21st. Remember, wear something red or green. The Irie Christmas Celebration.
Crazy But True, a hilarious comedy starring Volia Johnson, Dennis Titus, Lakeisha Ellison, Cherie Elise, and yours truly, me, Oliver Samuels, will be at Wakaiva High School on Sunday, December 1 at 6 p.m. For tickets, call 954-534-4852 or Humble Lion on 407-485-0530. Crazy But True, it's crazy for true, a whirlwind live performances event.
Hi, this is Carlene Davis, and you're listening to Noel and Beverly Martin. Now, don't you touch that dial. We're praising God all the time. Yeah, Jesus says so.
Welcome to the Talk It Up radio show. Thank you for joining us today. And today is our very special monthly show for veterans. So if you're listening, this is all about you, our veterans, and for those who are not veterans, and you can share some information that we will be sharing with you today. That will be great. If you'd like to call in to ask any questions, feel free to call 407-894-1680, and our panel will be happy to answer any questions you may have. We have, as usual, with us today, Dahlia Espute Jones, First Sergeant, U.S. Army retired, and Miss Marcia Timms, Senior Master Sergeant. Air Force retired. And we also have our special guest, Crystal.
Yes, retired Army and owner of Riviera Spa Massage.
All right, these women are doing it.
Power.
And they look so cute in their pink. They're dressed in pink. And that's for Kappa
Epsilon Psi.
All right.
We are the elite professionals of the military sorority, Kappa Epsilon Psi.
All right. So welcome, ladies. Can't wait to hear what you have in store for us today.
Hey, thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So take it away, Miss Dahlia.
Good evening, Orlando. This is First Sergeant D. Jones, United States Army retired, and I am the proud president of AUSA Sunshine Chapter and also Orange County Mayor Veterans Advisory Council. Mm-hmm. And it is an honor to have this opportunity to host the show, and I will also introduce my favorite co-host, Miss Marcia Timms, and our special guest today, an Army veteran.
We have to go
it is Crystal Bethea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and we're very, very happy, to be here today. I know that we're a little bit behind, but trust and believe we're going to get ahead.
Yes.
We have a lot in store because today's show is about entrepreneurship from a veteran's perspective, because a lot of people don't think that, being a veteran from any of the branches of services, we have that tenacity to go the extra mile and own our own business. So we have someone who we consider to be an expert, because she does own her own business, to talk to us. But before we go over to our guest, and before I hand it for my co-host to say a few things, I'll say happy belated Thanksgiving to everyone out there in Orlando, and if you're listening in foreign lands, especially go out to our veteran brothers and sisters who are deployed in foreign lands right now. Please continue to pray for them and their safety, and also their families who, they leave here behind. We know the Christmas holidays are coming up. Again, keep them in your prayers. And if you can adopt a family, please do so. It is within our hearts, for us to make sure we take care of each other. And what better way to do that? And that is to pay it forward to a veteran, who may be in need. So with that being said, again, good evening, everyone. I am going to turn it over to my wonderful sister from another mister, my co-host, Marsha Tim.
Good evening, everyone. I'm just going to say a couple of things before we get on with our guests for this evening. Again, I'm Marsha Tim. I'm a Senior Master Sergeant, retired U.S. Air Force. And I'm really excited about this subject, not only to be interviewing and sharing it with our soror, Crystal Bethea, but also to be able to gather a lot of information. As you know, our mission is to provide as much information to not only to help our veterans, but our military brethren and family as well. So I think this would be a good topic, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who've wanted to start their own business as veterans, but just didn't know how to start and how to get started. So I'm sure Crystal is going to enlighten us on all the ins and out of that. And also to touch back on what Dee was saying, it is the holidays, and unfortunately this is the time of year where a lot of people do not have family, or this time, sometimes this holiday brings back memories that, where our brothers and sisters get a little depressed. So we want everybody to make sure that we keep them in mind. And if you know of someone that doesn't have a family, just to please reach out to them and let them know that you care and that you're there for their so they won't be alone this time of the season. Yes. So with that being said, I'm sure you want to get started on our great subject.
Yes.
So
we're excited about the subject today because, again, as I said, a lot of folks don't think that you being in the military, you can, have your own business and or be a great professional. The military I know the Army does, and I would think the same for all the other branches, have about 170 different professions. So we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have nurses, we have chefs, we have storekeepers. At one point we used to have club managers. They don't have those anymore. But you have 170 different professionals. And those jobs teach you, different things that you can do, in the military and outside the military. So again, I commend our Sora and sister Crystal for taking the leap of faith and saying that, hey, she's going to go out and own her business. So, Miss Crystal,
yes,
please give us a brief introduction of who you are and why you're here today.
Absolutely. I wanted to thank you, the WOKB family, and my sisters, Dahlia and Marsha Tim, for having me here as a guest. I hope that you find my information useful. My name is Crystal Bethay. I'm the owner of Riviera Spa Massage. I'm an Army veteran and a Kappa Epsilon Psi military sorority sister, SORA. And it's been quite a journey, actually, getting involved and starting my own business. I'm a cosmetologist by trade and a massage therapist licensed, medical massage professional as well. And I took, you have to think big and start small. I think it's important that if you want to try to start your own business, to get out of focusing on looking like you're corporate. A lot of people, there's like 80% of businesses failing every year that start up, and they fail within a year's time. And that number is really something. I think a lot of that failure comes from it being 80% fluff and focus on the look of it versus focusing on the quality of your product and, leading the way from there. The way I started off mobily. I started off doing haircuts and massage mobily, and I've done that for maybe about 4 or 5 years until I built up a clientele enough worthy to start my own location. And again, I started off small. It was just myself. I was a business within a business, starting off in a room, and just kind of transformed it into like a little massage spa of my own. And I had a large variety of services I started off with. Kicked it off with a wine and cheese open house to bring them to the yard, and turned out to be, history from there. But what I would suggest for most people starting out, again, you have options as a veteran, whether you have the resources to start off maybe joining a franchise, because of course there's a lot more structure in that. You can shadow and, figure out which direction you want to go as far as that before you just jump in and invest. Or you have skill sets that you already came with and you're passionate about, and you want to start from grassroots, from ground up.
What made you start? I just want to ask. What made you start your own
Absolutely. Business? What pushed me to do it is I realized I worked for some organizations, and you know how you have your review and your year-end date meetings, and I saw how much I was producing just by myself. It was unreal, really, when I saw the numbers, and then I kind of balanced that out with how much I was actually getting paid. And I was like, you know what? If I put a pinch of this effort into myself, there's no way I can fail. So I started working part-time, doing my own business part-time, until I was able to completely take my hands off a couple of years later, to just believing in myself and just doing it solo.
How did the military tie in? Because I know the leadership and the knowledge that I gain in the military is what I use in 90% of my everyday life. So the military is a great contributing factor for me. What was it for you?
Absolutely. The contributing factor was the discipline. You have to have the discipline and the fortitude to push forward and do what you need to do. You have to set hours and boundaries for yourself. A lot of people feel that when you start a business, I could just open up when I want. I can work any days that I want. There's no structure. There's no discipline. And you don't realize you have to set hours. You have to have a routine that's duplicatable, that, people can depend on, and, scheduling and appointments and services can be sold easily that way when they can count on you being present. So that discipline was everything. It really was.
The business didn't just start overnight.
No, it didn't.
What were some of the steps you had to take in order to initiate it? Because I know that for a veteran, there are different loans or different programs. Yeah, some organization may give you a discount, like a 10% or 25% discount if you're opening up, a business. So what are some of the steps you had to take, and what were some of the perks? Because listeners out there, I do believe that that's what they want to know. How can I go about doing this? What do I need to do in order to use my benefits?
Well, let me ask you this. I think we'll roll into what Dee is getting to. What are, or if there are, were there any programs out there for veterans that helped you put the plan together, helped you do your business plan, or gave you a roadmap of things you need to look at and
For
how
sure.
to do this?
Now, for veterans wanting to start a business, it depends on your line of work that you're getting into. I would suggest all of my veterans highly consider getting the certification of getting veteran-owned certified. You can get that that certificate absolutely free. When I started out, I didn't know that benefit was available. I paid $3,000 to be a woman-owned certified business, and I had to go through a huge, long list of criteria to even be applicable for that.
And you could have gotten that for free.
I could have got that for free being a veteran. Yeah, and I'm a veteran, but I didn't go that route. I wasn't told that until later. So now that is a huge person, just to show you the value of that having that certification. That way, if you want to go through trying to get government contracts, you want to try to get anything procurement. I mean, you're literally like one of the top of the list, being a minority-owned business certifications, things like that. But having that certification opens up a door for government to have to fill certain quotas that they have to meet.
Okay, that was going to be my question.
Absolutely.
What does having that certificate allow you for it to you?
Now, for me, I haven't necessarily benefited off of that because of my line of work.
Okay.
But I did want to open up a second business because I'm certified to do crime scene cleanup and things like that, and I wanted to try to. That's a niche market all in itself, and that's something that people don't really
Go
talk
ahead,
about.
you can do that by yourself.
I know, right? I can take the stink, but when it comes to it. So, I mean, there are things that you can get involved with that I'm going to see what that certification takes me, because that'll be a second line of business. Right now, I'm focused on the massage portion. And for people who, with my line of work and certain hands-on things like spa, medical related, I would suggest everyone get the business plan, get the book for the business plan. That's literally how I started. The business plan, it'll break down for you, you can put your vision on paper, your mission, your policies and procedures, your market analysis of what you're trying to do, your list of services. It takes time to put that business plan together. You don't just jump out there. You need to have a plan of action, and having that book helped me to do it. And what I did learn from that, with putting all of those things together for a business plan, I was able to transform that into my website. That's another thing. People don't understand it when you try to get a website or try to pay someone to do it. It's not their job to provide the content for your business.
Amen to
So
that.
when you try to, right? So when you try to have somebody do that, they're like, well, where are you going? What services you want? What's your vision? And they're like, well, I'm trying to pay you to do that. They don't know.
Do you think that there was advantages of you being an African American female and a veteran to getting the business started and get the business going? Was there any advantages or disadvantage?
I'm gonna have to tell you.
Before you answer that, let me just run one quick commercial break, and
Yes.
I'll be
Absolutely.
right back, okay?
You're listening to the Urban Empowerment and Inspiration Station, 1680 WOKV.
Hey, it's your girl Abigail Hamilton, and you're listening to Noel and Beverly on the Talk It Up radio show. Keep it locked.
Crazy but true, a hilarious comedy starring Volia Johnson, Dennis Titus, Lakeisha Ellison, Cherie Elise, and yours truly, me, Oliver Samuels, will be at Wakaiva High School on Sunday, December 1 at 6 p.m. For tickets, call 954-534-4852 or Humble Lion on 407-485-0530. Crazy but true, it's crazy if it's true, a whirlwind live performances event.
And welcome back to the Talk Up Radio Show. We're glad to be here today. Our thoughts and prayers go to the Brian Ivy and his family. We just want to let you know that we love you, we miss you, and we pray that God will see you through this. In our studios, in fact, I'm outnumbered 4-1. So thank God I have this class between us so I can say what I want and have time to run. But ladies, welcome. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you on our show. And we're just going to jump right back into what you're going to answer that question, Crystal.
Absolutely. What are the advantages and disadvantages? I'm telling you, it is important for you to be to have as much knowledge of your craft underneath your belt as possible. Especially, to be honest with you, being an African American woman, and in certain fields, you really have to know what you're talking about. There's always someone willing to test you to see how much you know or think they know more about your craft, and you just have to, elegantly prove that wrong. So I've had to have my certification precede me. Literally, I've had to do it. And I mean, I have 22 certifications underneath my belt.
Wow.
I took my craft seriously. If there was something that I didn't know, I took a course on it, and I would come back and I would teach my team. So it's grown now from it just being me being a solo to me having a staff of 18. I have a medical director.
Congratulations.
2 nurses. Thank you. Medical massage practitioners.
Don't forget your better half.
My husband is my. Oh my God! The background
to
to my
if you don't make sure you say that.
He's the owner. He's the owner with me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like
the support.
He took a leap of faith and quit his job. Was going on 2 years now to help me to run this thing because a lot of people, especially as a family, people feel like they have to have separate things going on. Like, hey, we need to do it like the Chinese and the Mexicans. We got to join together as a group and make sure that we support each other and secure the bag all the way around.
Yeah.
So we're doing that together. I couldn't do it without him.
I agree. So you did find that there were negativity to being that minority. You had to push harder, just like we have done in the military. We were always stereotyped that we did not have the strength or the fortitude to go above and beyond and be the senior leaders that we are. I'm sure it's the same for you.
Absolutely. There's nothing handed. There's nothing handed to you at all. You have to earn everything in every position that you get to, and you have to work that much harder than some of your counterparts to get ahead. So it just goes to show that you women and ladies here, that you were top of your class and you earned your right to be here.
So what do you do for veterans? As far as your business is concerned, what do you offer for veterans? For those veterans who are out there who are listening, they probably won't call in, but they're in the local. What do you offer for veterans?
Currently, I am a federal vendor for the government, and we work in close relation with the VA hospital, and they send us referrals to take care of our veterans, to offer them the acupuncture and a massage that they need to try to holistically turn their lives around and get them as close to 100% as possible. So a majority of our guest relations and the people that come in are veterans, and we put them through the mill. We give them the salt booth, the acupuncture to kind of help balance their stress, and to kind of massage and manual manipulation to help reset organs and scar tissue, and just, you can't heal without touch. There's no such thing really, and to try to help with the opioid crisis is causing such damage on your internal systems. So my goal, and as a spa, we work really hard together as a unit to turn the situation around for our veterans in our community. So.
If there's a veteran out there listening right now and they want to contact you directly for, to utilize your services, would you recommend that they do contact you directly, or should they go through the VA system where they may not have to pay for it, but your services are paid, their services will be paid for through the VA instead of them paying for it? What's your recommendation?
I would have them give me a call, get a pencil and paper. I would say write down our website, www.rivieraspa-massage.com. Your next step is to contact your physician, because you would need that referral. With that referral, and if you need assistance with that, you will give us a call at 407-914-9168. We will give you a contact number for someone to try to help, contact your physician. You bring your referral in. They let you know that you have up to maybe 12 to 18 visits covered, and we make sure that we keep renewing your sessions as they run out, just so this can be a maintenance program for you. We focus on healing the immediate problem and situation and ailment, and then we roll you into a maintenance program to try to help alleviate your stress and balance you completely for the rest of your days. And the VA has been really forthcoming with making sure that they offer the best service that their veterans can get, our veterans. And it's been great, really.
That's good, because back in my days, and Marsha can attest to it, because we've been retired over 15 years.
Yes.
They didn't have programs like that for us.
No,
You know?
there was limitations. The
Yeah.
reach didn't go that far
Outside
into
of the VA.
massage therapy and
We didn't
different
have
things
that.
like that.
Every
Yeah,
massage that
never-
I've gotten, I had to pay for it.
Listen, the world is getting smart, and people are taking charge of their own health care. Natural solutions are really starting to get to the front line of everything. And Medicare and the VA, they're picking it up because they're not coming into the hospitals as often as they used to because, again, it's just prescription writing. No real, don't want to knock it. There's treatments that they do that can be helpful, but if we work together, they can get better results working together with their primary care, with their holistic physicians that we offer. And, you know, the mission is them. It's turning it around.
So moving forward, if there is that veteran, Private Jones, of all the names, right? Private Jones is out there that's listening and would like to start their own business, say Monday morning, I need to start my own business. I want to open up, say they want to open up a gym.
Yes.
What would be
Their first
the first three things you tell them to do? The three most important things you tell them to do?
First three things, I would say to shadow a location. I would find a way to volunteer at a place before you invest putting in any extra work into it to see if that's something you really want to do.
So that's one.
You have
two.
to be, your second one, try to choose a field that you're really passionate about, something that you can see yourself doing for the rest of your days, or it's just going to be another job. Literally try to find a career path.
And three?
Three is write that business plan down once you figure out exactly what you want to do.
If they can't write their business plan, where do they go to get the information to, write a plan? Is there someone that can help them?
You know, there are people that can help you. I would suggest going to the colleges are really good about trying to help you, especially some of those like literature, those writing classes and things like that. They can help you put business plans together as a school project. But
How
they
did you
still-
write your business plan?
I did it on my own. I went to the library, old school, and I followed the business plan is simplified in the book. It tells you, okay, what's your mission? This is what it needs to look like. This is what it needs to contain, and put your vision on paper. The next step, it literally idiot proofs exactly what you need to put step by step for your business. And it really turns out well. Again, that's going to be your website later.
What about the financial part?
That business plan is necessary as well to even get certain loans and things like that. They want to see your plan of action. You can't just come to them with an idea. So when you want to go to a bank or you're trying to get a loan, even if you're asking a family member for assistance or to go in with you, you can't come in there with words. You have to show action that you are not going to swindle any monies or funds at all. And when you have that business plan, it shows a level of sincerity and seriousness that you have towards your craft.
Now, did you go, because I know you need that business plan for, you said to secure loans, if that's what you want to do. Did you go that way, and did you go through like a minority loan or women's veterans type loan, or how did you?
No, when I
secure
put my
the
business
finances?
plan together, I literally, I started my business off part-time. I didn't start with a loan at all. I wanted to keep my overhead low and do what I needed to do. And as I started building my clientele, I just kept flipping the money and putting it back into
So
my
you pretty
business.
much financed
I
your
financed it
beginnings
myself
yourself.
and did what I could, and now it's, $1 million business. So it's a whole thing that you can start from the bottom and work yourself.
We sitting next to a millionaire.
Thank you.
Congratulations, sister.
We're going to take another break and then we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Keep us locked in. WOKB 1680 and WOKBradio.com.
Are you a realtor or looking to become one? Well, we've got something for you. Whether you're new to the industry or a top producer, we would love to discuss partnership opportunities with you. As a new agent, you will need lots of training, mentorship, and support. And if you've been in the industry for a while, by now, you're probably seeking new growth opportunities. At Gold Series Realty, our business model is set up to help new agents get going quickly, and we have systems in place to help seasoned agents take their business to the next level. At some point, as a Gold Series Realtor, you're going to have the opportunity to open your own office. With our guidance and support, do not let this great opportunity pass you by. Please contact Noel Martin, 407-585-8255, 583-7854 for a confidential one-on-one meeting. That's Noel Martin at Gold Series Realty, 407-583-7854. That's 407-583-7854. Gold Series Realty.
Join us on Saturday, December 21st, when Jammin's Radio and Vibrant Entertainment invite you to the 6th annual Irie Christmas Celebration. With music by DJ Faze, DJ Rawborn, and DJ Iceman. This is a special treat. There'll be prizes and surprises, and a chance for you, your friends, or your loved one. Win up to $500 when you come and celebrate an Irie Christmas with Jammin's Radio. Wear something red or green. It's the 6th annual Irie Christmas Celebration. Saturday, December 21st at 269 West Wine Lounge, 269 West Road, Ocoee. Party with us from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. With music by DJ Faze, DJ Rawborn, and DJ Iceman. Admission is $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Early bird tickets available online now. IrieChristmas2019.eventbrite.com. For info and contact, call 917-854-2551. This one you don't want to miss. Saturday, December 21st. Remember, wear something red or green. The Irie Christmas Celebration.
Crazy but true, a hilarious comedy starring Volia Johnson, Dennis Titus, Lakeisha Ellison, Cherie Elise, and yours truly, me, Oliver Samuels, will be at Wekiva High School on Sunday, December 1 at 6 p.m. For tickets, call 954-534-4852 or Humble Lion on 407-485-0530. Crazy but true, it's crazy for true. A whirlwind live performances event.
Hey, it's your girl Abigail Hamilton, and you're listening to Noel and Beverly on the Talk It Up Radio Show. Keep it locked.
And welcome back to the Talk Up Radio Show. I want to tell you we've got a big surprise. Mr. Humbleline himself in the studio. Look on our Facebook page, you see us jamming together. Crazy but true. Hey, you come say something.
Yeah, greetings Central Florida. Greetings. Humbleline is in the house. Talk It Up Radio. Brian Noel.
Yeah, man.
All right. It's all about tomorrow, Sunday evening, Wekiva High School. The king of comedy, Aliba in the house. Aliba Samuels and the crew.
And Matthew.
Me too.
You have free ticket? What a free ticket
and
in
guess
there.
what? Maffy link up with him again. So it's Aliba Maffy. Craziness. Crazy. But what? Clean fun. So come on out to Wekiva High School. You want a family thing. Bring the little kids. Them can't too small to laugh. And you're not going to hear nothing with them. You have to hold on your head. You know. You can't look on them while they laugh or explain nothing. It's all about crazy but true. Yeah. Very, very funny play. Wekiva High School, 6 p.m. tomorrow. Right. Come on out. Blessed love.
Thank you for stopping by. All right. And back to the Talk Up Radio Show with the veterans. In fact, this is called the Veteran Show, not the Talk Up Radio Show.
It's Veterans Corner. Veterans
How long you been correcting me now about that?
I know.
Since April.
Since April. Yeah, as long as we've been talking about the names.
Yep, since April. I'm going to put a big sign up here. I had some, remember?
I'm trying to keep you on your toes, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right. Go ahead, ladies.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. This is Dee again, Dee Jones, United States Army retired. Wanted to talk about upcoming events, but before I get to upcoming events, last week Saturday there was the Florida Classic here in Orlando. We had 10 general officers that were here, to include General Michael Garrett. He is a 4-star, Army 4-star, and he's also the FORSCOM commander. He's in charge of 80% of the Army's force, to include assets. And that weekend was very electrifying. There are so many general officers, General Edmondson, General Brito, General Donna Martin. There's so many. And there was one General Stephen Michael. He is from Guyana. The first Guyanese Army general was there, and I had a chance to meet and talk to him. But it was great. During the event, several students received scholarships Army scholarships. And I want to tell you, if you are not aware of the Army scholarships, you need to go, on the Army's webpage, Army.com, and look. Also, my chapter, AUSA.org, we donate over $300,000 in scholarship every year. The only requirement is for them to be a member in order to get the scholarships. But the money's free, so go out, and get it. During last month, we also had our Veterans Day ceremony, Orange County's first Veterans Day ceremony, and I hosted that ceremony with Mayor Demings, and it was well attended. We're going to continue to do it every year. Just know that there are several events coming up. For Christmas, too many to name. We can always post that on our individual pages. But on the 21st of February, AUSA is hosting a Black History Month luncheon. General Garrett will be coming back to Orlando for that. It will be a great event. If you need more information, please call me at 407-924-0810. Again, 21 February. Also on the 21st of March 2020, and this is important, the reason why I'm telling you now, because you know how some of us always wait till the last minute. Orlando Rocks is having its 8th annual event, and this event is very magnificent. It is to support a veteran in need. You have veterans out there who don't have any limb whatsoever. They don't have a house. They don't have anything. So this event is to sponsor that veteran. We raise money through Semper Fidelis and the VFW Post 4287 and the Women's Auxiliary for, in support of the veterans. So again, 21 February, we're going to be talking about it for future shows to come. Also, for veterans in the community who don't like to call in or be recognized, please utilize your veteran services that's being offered to you. Remember, it is free. Don't go out and pay for any of these services. Orange County Veteran Services provide that to you. Command Sergeant Major Maldonado is the Senior Veteran Service Officer for Orange County. If you're in another county, Orange County doesn't discriminate, but they also have the same identical services in Seminole, Polk, and all those. I live in Orange County, so that's why I say Orange County. But please go to your county veteran service office and get your services. If you want to go to the Orange County location, it's 2100 East Michigan Street, and their phone number is 407-836-8990. And also, the last thing before I forget, our next show will be on the 4th Saturday of December, which is the 28th of December. Our show, Veterans Corner, is a show to talk about resources that's out there for active duty service members, veterans, and their family in the community. So please, please, please listen in on the station every 4th Saturday. Today is a special show because of the classic. I wasn't here, Marsha wasn't here, so we're doing the show today. But it's every 4th Saturday, 6 to 7 p.m. Please listen in and feel free to call in. The phone number is 407-894-1680. Again, 407-894-1680. Miss Crystal is waiting for your call. Call in and ask questions. We're here for another 21 minutes. Please call in.
Yes, definitely call in and pick Crystal's brain and get all the answers to your questions about being a veteran-owned business and how she did it, the obstacles she faced, and not only the obstacles, the achievements, because she had a very big achievement on how she did that, and that could help you not have to go through those certain things if you know somebody that can give you the answers to not fall into certain traps. So please call in and ask Crystal your questions, and we have a whole lot more questions for Crystal, so we're going to get back to that.
But I want to say though, I lift my hat to Crystal because some of the information that she's giving out is not just for veterans.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, anyone who want to start their own business, those are some solid advice, solid principles to start your business on. And the 3 principles that she told you about is for anyone who want to start a business, because a lot of businesses fail because they fail to plan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, and that's where I find that this is not just for veterans today. So I really appreciate you guys coming in and doing this. I'm going to skip my next commercial break because I think what you have to say is so important. And one of the actors from tomorrow's show may call in near the end of the show also. So I'm just going to put all the time out to you guys, and I'm going to shut up.
I hope it's Mr. Oliver.
I hear it might be Murphy. I hear it might be Murphy.
Okay, I'll take him too.
Okay.
I'll see them tomorrow.
One of them may be a vet. You never know. Shaggy was a vet.
Yeah, and I'm working on something with that. More to come on that later. Yeah.
Awesome.
But back to Miss Crystal. Crystal, thank you again for being here. This is a very serious topic. We wanted to talk to people who go above and beyond, because it is not easy starting a business. I had a business some years ago, and it was a trucking company, and it wasn't easy. And the only reason why sold the company, because gas prices was crazy. It was crazy to keep those trucks running. But again, I own another business. I haven't launched it publicly yet, but it's working. But it's not easy. It is not easy at all. And my business is veteran related because I speak the language, so I wanted something to do. Right. So you taking on something that's totally different and being successful at it, I commend you. And that's why it is important for us to talk to, Orlando, to let them know that even though it is difficult, you have to take those steps and you have to keep going. You have to keep going. And just like Noel said, it doesn't matter if you're a veteran or not. Those 3 basic and major steps, you have to stick with it.
Absolutely. When it comes to, again, this, how can you say that? It's almost like you almost have to be management material. You have to understand that it's a 24/7 job. People realize it's not a 9 to 5 at all. You take it to bed. You try to find time to balance. But to be honest with you, when you start your business off, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as balance.
How do you keep? You said you have a staff of 18 in your business. The goal is to make sure that you have a team. You form a team and you keep that team. How do you keep that team? Because is the attrition rate really high? In order for you to keep certain people, quality people.
I read this somewhere. I wish I can remember exactly who said it, and I've been following that discipline ever since. It's important to train them well enough that they can leave and go off on their own, but treat them well enough where they want to stay.
Awesome.
So we
say that again.
We say that we train them well enough that they can leave. They can go off on their own, but we treat them well enough that they don't want to. They want to stay with you and grow your business with you.
Wow.
So we really, my husband and I really focus on that model to make sure they're people. We're part of a team. We might be signing your paychecks, but we're all in this together. You know what I'm saying? I don't treat them like this. With
so are non-veterans welcome?
Non-veterans are welcome. We treat the entire community, but our veterans have been like a huge focus. But we treat the whole community. I'm actually in a 55 and up right now, resort style community currently, and I'm opening up my second location outside to be able to reach the masses.
On the 19th of December?
On the 19th of December, I'm having a grand opening. Super excited.
So do you do like workshops, like maybe go to a church or somewhere?
Now, the funny thing is right now, I teach classes once or twice a month. I'm trying to figure out a way where I can make it a little more centrally located, where it's every month I write an article or I teach a class on something about health. It has to be something about scar tissue. There's a visceral mobilization massage that we do at our spa that most places won't do because they're focused on the liability of it. But visceral mobilization breaks up scar tissue off your organs where, you can rejuvenate and completely function at, 100% capacity. most of us have had some type of abdominal procedure at some point in our life, whether we've had children or whatever the case, and a lot of back pain and things stemming all over the body is coming from some connection or cut that happened in the gut. So we slowly break it down and break through and restructure, reset. Your eyesight is literally visually better right after. Bowels, it's important to release toxins and all the things. So it's just it's always a topic of discussion that's super important that we try to reach the masses about natural solutions as far as CBD and medical marijuana. I try to teach people to so they can understand the difference between the plant and hemp seeds and sticks, so that we try to break it down. Anything that I teach classes on, I've been certified in, or I've done extensive research, and then I bring it to the table and, reveal my studies.
No, you touch on CBD.
Yes.
And that's a great area for me. I need to learn a lot more. And I think I may also be speaking for our listening audience.
Very nice.
So would you do a show on just that topic?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be veterans show. We'll talk about it.
You got a show.
Listen, I'm in.
No,
We
because
can
I
talk
keep
about
seeing
that.
the sign CBD, CBD.
There's
My daughter told me what it was. I just thought it was like a commercial break for something.
Oh, no. Not at all.
It is a cloud around that, and people don't really understand that, when you take it back to your roots and things that we are made of, your body heals fast. Your body heals fast.
Now, you mentioned that you have a contract with the VA. How did you get that? How did that happen?
Oh my goodness, trying to get to become a federal vendor. They literally review all your qualifications. How long have you been in business? What do you offer? And I mean, they put you through the mill of paperwork and things that you have to do, and then they let you know whether they accept you or not from there. But you have to, follow everything to the T. It's the same like getting certified as a minority-owned business or a woman's-owned business. It's almost like you're signing up for a house with all the paperwork and things you have to do, but it's worth it in the end.
Now, from the time you started the process, how long did the process go until you actually found out or was accepted as a
I believe
federal
it took
vendor?
us maybe 4 to 6 months for everything to go through.
Are you going to do the same practice, say, with Advent Health, Florida Hospital?
Right now, we are becoming a network with a lot of medical insurances. So we're now a network with Medicare, Blue Cross, and United Healthcare, and it just keeps trickling. That's another line of paperwork that you have to do to get credentialed to be
TRICARE,
able to
possibly?
accept. We are working on that currently.
Gone with your bad self.
We are working on that. But we want to try to make it as
Cover-
cost effective as possible. If you pay on your insurances your whole life, and again, they are understanding the power of natural resources, and they are jumping on board. The medical insurances are. So we were right now at the front line of being able to offer some of the medical and the Medi-Spa services where they're actually getting covered. So it's a huge plus for our practice. So much so that my husband and I, Marcus, we are working on franchising. Starting in the new year, I have a set of franchise lawyers that are helping me to roll out being one of a black-owned, franchise for the spa. So it's very much like Massage Envy or Hand and Stone, but times 10. So the goal is to have it in your area soon. So it's, you won't have to go all the way to the
Don't forget your sisters.
Listen, never. Never.
But Crystal, she has hit every right nail on the right head.
Yes.
No, she mentioned lawyers. A lot of us start our business again and we don't do the research, and we think we can wear all the caps.
You can't.
And you can't. It's easier. It may cost a little more in the beginning, but in the long run,
It's worth it.
It's
Get
worth
the
it.
expert.
It's worth it. I mean, my sister here, I didn't know you were in trucking business. I had a couple of trucks myself at that time, and I too had to give up on the
Yeah, it was called East West Carrier, meaning we went from the East Coast to the West Coast, with dry goods.
Right.
But when the gas prices
fuel,
skyrocketed, it was costing too much per month. So
It's a big
On to the
business.
next. Yeah.
I had
You
3
never
trucks.
know. You might want to go back to it. It's big business.
It-
You got
it-
a foundation.
Yeah.
Sometimes, sometimes it's not the right time, and then you pick it back up when it is.
I'm
Yeah.
too old to go back into anything like that.
We may want
You'd
to
have to
join
get your
forces.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hey, folks, coming up next is a jamming radio show.
Oh, no.
One of the members is here.
Oh,
He's
no.
usually the first one.
Who's that,
to be here.
Countryman?
Countryman himself, We can never find out which country he's from, but
I think he's from Trinidad myself.
I think he's legal, though.
But
All right, so turn it back over to you, ladies.
on the serious note, we all have a purpose. We all join the military for one reason or another. Who would have thought that you would have been, going from what year did you join the military?
99.
Okay, from 99 till now, you would have been, owning your own, business. Probably going through basic training, you never thought that you'd have just been taking it one step at a time. The
Right.
same thing with my sister here, back when she joined the military, where was it going to take you? The same thing for me when I joined in 1982. Where was it going to take me to now? We're out there trying to be movers and shakers in the community. And I am so glad to be doing what I do and knowing that I have, as we say in the military, I have some super sisters who have my 6. And what that means, they have my back, I couldn't have asked for anything better. I'll say this, and I know maybe somebody out there may get pissed off, but it's okay. Some people are very close to their family. I'm not one of those. Just to be clear, I'm not one of those. My family is my family, and I call them my family, friends who are my family. Yeah. I am more closer to my friends who are like my sisters, and I take that very, very seriously. 2 days ago, something devastating happened to me where someone who I called a friend took advantage of me, but that's going to work itself out. In the meantime, I have these ladies who I call my family, and they're a part of an elite group that I have, even outside of the sorority, and I take it very, very seriously. I couldn't have asked for better sisters, better friendship, than this. And with this platform that we're having, the platform is to promote that sisterhood, to promote the brotherhood, to promote each other, because too many times we fight against each other. And I'm here to say publicly, I thank you guys and I love you. And I'm so grateful for the Martin family, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here today. So I thank you so much for what you do. Thank you.
Yes.
Sister, you made history and still making history. So I love how humble she is about it. Like when I met her, I Googled her. I Googled her, and in the process of my
research.
Research, right? And in the process, I was like, man, it could fill a book. It could fill a book. I'm gonna need y'all to Google and research the people around you. You just never know. We're surrounded by greatness, and it definitely is another thing to give me a push to be like, I'm not done yet. I got a whole lot more to do. I got to get up from the boot hill still. You are up there, sis. I love it. I'm so proud of you.
I love what she's doing for the military and the veterans too, because she's an advocate.
Yes, she is.
Thank you.
I see her standing beside the mayor. I see her doing things in Washington.
Live and breathe it.
Yeah, And I want to tell folks, I was trying to make a change in her calendar, and she told me, I'm booked out until 2022. Every single. She told me I'm going to be on the mountains here. So no, that's organization.
Places to go.
I didn't know I'm going to be tomorrow. Well, yeah, church. I said, are you sure? She said, yes, I'm booked out. I couldn't make a change in the show one time because she's so booked out. Yeah, I'm proud of you, my sister. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for bringing Crystal in and Marsha, we call them our military people here.
Our military family.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I said at the beginning, to Crystal earlier, what you say has so much to do, not just with minorities or with veterans, but for everyone who wants to start their business. You know, and the key to success is having your own business.
Yeah.
You know, you can work for somebody as long as you want it. You can be number one, but if that company goes on, you're gone. And if
You
somebody
can't get
comes in
rich.
younger and better,
Right.
you're gone too. You know, and a lot of people feel that axe. You know, they don't fire you, but they nudge you out. Like they pay the younger person more.
Yeah.
Wink, wink on the side of the fence.
No, they pay them less.
Yeah. You know, they pay the younger person more than you. You know. Anyway, so that's another story. But
Do you have anything, Marsha?
Huh?
Do you have anything? Caught you off
4
guard?
minutes. We got 4 minutes.
Yes, no. I was gonna say.
Marsha
Crystal
has the
had
softest voice
then
over
I'm
there.
Gonna go, no, I was gonna go after Crystal. I wanted to see if Crystal had any parting words for us or any final words on, and then I'll go after that.
Any final words? I'm gonna make it fast. Thank you all again so much for the opportunity today. It's the first time for me, and you all have been most gracious and welcoming, and I couldn't, be more grateful. Thank you again for having us on.
Love you.
Yes,
welcome.
and
You're
we
welcome.
definitely appreciate you being here. When Dee talked about this topic, I was like really excited about it. I said, yeah, this is going to be some good information for everybody, and specifically our veterans and military people who feel that, hey, once that part of their life is done with, there's definitely roses and sunshine and rainbows on the other side.
Yes.
And Crystal is a testament to that you can, follow your other dreams. That people have, you have more than one dream in life. You have one area you succeed, you continue to dream, and you go after those other dreams as well. And Crystal is a testament to that and what can be done, and Dee as well. With putting your passion into what you enjoy in life and the things you want to.
Don't make me start crying.
And yeah, it's all about the passion and what you want to bring. And I like to call it your legacy. What you want to leave, want your legacy to be when you're no longer here. And that's going to be a positive thing. So this platform has been a wonderful platform for us to provide information not only to our veterans, our military family, and the community as well. And I'm grateful to be a part of that. And I'm glad I was invited along for the ride. So back to Dee to close it out.
Who else
for us.
would I have had to do this with me? I mean, there are choices, but God kind of tell you who, what, when, where,
And how.
why, and how.
Yeah.
And the opportunity existed, and I'm glad it's my ride or die right here. So, we'll be back again to do this, Crystal. This is not the last.
Yes, because you
So,
have, yes, you
I'm
have
excited.
wealth of knowledge. We got to
Yes.
get you on the medical
Anytime.
side and everything.
Anytime.
Thank you so much.
Okay, ladies, thank you so much for coming in. Folks, remember tomorrow, Crazy But True, Oliver Samuels and friends, and Volier Johnson. People, I saw Volier Johnson at a theater. We call it the Barn Theater in Jamaica. And he did a thing called Operation P. There was a play.
Oh, that was so funny.
And I laughed till I cry. Operation P stands for penis, and it was may have lost. That was. I mean, it's an adult. it's a part, but I couldn't. I may have been the loudest one in there.
I'm looking forward to that tomorrow because I haven't seen Mr. Oliver in about 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I spoke to some people behind the scenes, and believe me, Oliver, he has discipline.
Yeah.
He has discipline.
I met Oliver at one of the most crazy time, and he wouldn't remember, but in 2001, when my grandmother passed, and I flew in from Germany to Jamaica, and I was waiting outside the airport, and I saw this man standing out there twirling his keys on his finger, and I look, and it was Oliver, because we watch him on tape so many times, and I went over to him, introduced myself, and spoke to him. He was the kindest and nicest person. Even offered, he said, "Hey, if they're not here to pick you up at a certain time, I'll take you where you want to, where you want to go." But my ride came. Yeah. But he was so sweet. So I'm looking forward to seeing him tomorrow.
And I met him on Facebook.
Wow.
He's one of the few personalities that I messaged and actually responded. He was supposed, he tried to call in on the show back from Jamaica, but we had technical difficulties. So we're going to say goodnight from the Talk Up Radio Show.
Yes.
Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Right.
Army strong.
Army strong.
Aim high.
All right. And On the Jamming Radio side, they have a party coming up. You want to talk about it a little bit and then lead yourself into that?
We'll do it later.
He said prayer first. Folks, this has been another episode of the Veterans
Veterans Corner.
Veterans
Thank
Corner.
you for listening.
Veterans Corner. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.